So, your boy woke up early in the morning, worked out, showered, got dressed, made sure my son was situated so he can get on the bus on time, left the house, sat in traffic for about 45 minutes just so I can come downtown to do my civic duty, which was jury duty. Sat in that long ass presentation for about an hour or so, waited in the lobby for about 30 minutes just for the judge to say that they didn't even need us today. Don't you hate when that happens? Especially when you got a lot of shit that you got to do today on Monday. Got a lot of content to create. Got money to make on the side. I was supposed to be at work right now, but I did not want to go through any legal issues for not showing up for jury duty. Waste of time. Waste of time. And there's nothing that you can do about it because you don't know if they're going to request for you to sit inside of a court case. No idea. So now I gotta walk in this cold, as you see, sit in traffic again because I know that traffic is still going on 75, y'all, and take my ass to the house. But it is what it is. I cannot complain because I would rather go through all of that than to sit here and be in a court case that I don't give a shit about, honestly. Whew. But downtown is beautiful. It is beautiful. I live in the best city in the world, in my opinion. And I don't care what nobody got to say about it. But now, it's time to go to the house and get some work done. I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Finally getting home after taking the wrong exit and sitting in traffic, but it is what it is. It's still 10:52 in the morning, so I have the rest of the morning and the afternoon to do what I need to do before I pick my son up, especially finishing up Tuesday content, which is about to start right now. Good day, good people. It's AT Malone, the first of my name because the second is already here. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more videos from your boy. Now, I hope you guys found that rant vlog after me leaving the courthouse entertaining, because I just watched it again to see exactly what I said, and I thought it was pretty entertaining and real. See, when I do these rants, it's genuine. It's how I'm feeling at that moment, my thoughts, my ideas, and my reactions to certain things that I have visually seen, I've experienced in a physical standpoint, and I'm just getting it off. I'm the type of guy that does not hold my tongue for nobody. That's not who I am. I'm very blunt. I say it how it is, and if I offend you, honestly, I don't care because I'm looking at me telling the truth. And if you are offended by the truth, you have a lot of self-reflection to do, guys, because even though the truth might not sound good at certain points, you gotta respect it because the truth ain't going anywhere. Don't be delusional and think that, well, I can obfuscate from reality, what the truth is, and how life is. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, because who the hell likes doing jury duty when you have a busy schedule, you have responsibilities, and you got business to take care of, especially if it affects your 9 to 5. Now, I know that most places of employment honor jury duty, but they make you go through so much shit just so you can get compensated for your time of being downtown and having to be in traffic and the gas that it takes just to get down there. I live in a suburb, so it took me damn near an hour just to get downtown because of all of the traffic that went down. So I'm just glad that I did not get chosen, because it would have caused a huge issue in my personal life. I'm a single father, guys. So there's no mother in the picture at all. It's all on me, and I have full responsibility over my son. And honestly, guys, I wouldn't have it any other way. I would not, because I am the only person on the face of this earth that truly will give my life in order for my son to survive and to thrive and to live. Nobody else, no other family members are willing to do that, just me. So it's a lot of responsibility in order to walk this path of single fatherhood. It is. It's not easy. It's very difficult to do. And you have to monitor your actions and the things that you do, because it directly affects that child. And I refuse to put my son in a worse situation than I already put him in, as far as choosing the wrong woman to have him with. I told myself a long time ago that even though I failed my son as far as choosing the wrong woman, I would not fail him as far as being a father. So me monitoring my actions and my behaviors and my decision making, that takes priority over my own self-interest. I always got to look in the best interest of my son, and that's what I'm going to do, y'all. So y'all know I be cooking up. I do be cooking up. I did not do a reflection walk because I thought that my after jury duty rant was a little bit more entertaining, and I hope you guys feel the same way about that. But anyways, you know why we are here. We are here for the richest man who ever lived, King Solomon's secrets to success, wealth, and happiness. And I am very happy to say that we are wrapping up chapter 9, titled Winning and Resolving Every Conflict. Now, last week, we talked about Solomon's steps for winning in conflict and overcoming adversity. For an example, do not reveal confidential information, be quick to forgive, which I did not agree with, and give an unexpected gift. Now, this week, we are going to talk about dealing with adversity. Solomon gives us a number of insights that we can use when we find ourselves in adverse circumstances, regardless of their source or its degree of difficulty. One is realizing that adversity is a valuable part of life, and that is so true. Adversity provides us the opportunity to develop our character in a natural, reoccurring, and powerful way that only challenges of adversity offers. In Proverbs 17:3, it says that only adversity refines and reveals the gold and silver of our character. Even though we don't like going through adversity, without going through it, our character muscles would never reach their full potential, strength, and power. Now, one thing I'm teaching my son now is having to go through adversity, especially with his heavy workload of a schedule throughout the week. He is in magnet school, so they already push those kids to do better and more than the average student. So it's basically like he's in 6th grade, but he's taking 7th grade curriculum. And then also, you know, they don't have a lot of breaks in between classes. He has to do that all day. And then when he gets out of school, he has to go straight to the gym. He has to go train with me, with his teammates. So I'm making him do these things to build up those character muscles, to teach him about being disciplined, being structured, being strong, having to do things that you don't want to do on a regular basis. That tiredness and that fatigue when it sets in because you've been doing tests all day and certain assignments, and then you got to do physical activities right afterwards. That is something that I think all boys need to learn how to do at an early age. That way, when life starts kicking their ass in their older age, they can reflect back in their youth and say, okay, well, I had to deal with all of this stuff when I was in grade school, and now I can make the adjustment whenever certain adversities come my way. A lot of parents don't teach their kids, how to deal with things now. They're reacting in an erratic way because they haven't been taught how to deal. And all men must go through adverse situations in order for them to be successful, in order for their character to be built, in order for them to gain respect from everybody around them. So it's like Teaching your kids young has to be the priority. Making them go through things. I'm going to tell you another thing too. All men need to build, okay? They need to learn how to build certain things. You should be buying your kids Legos at a young age, giving them that blueprint, and teaching them how to read that and build those blocks and assemble those things while they're young, guys. Because when they get stuck, you have to tell them, hey, you got to revert back to reading the instructions so you can figure it out. That's what I did with my son, and now he is a Lego mech maniac. That's all he wants is Lego mechs. Why? Because he loves reading the instructions, reading that blueprint, and putting things together. So make them do that, man. It is an easy thing to do. Those Lego mechs cost like $10 to $15. Sit them down at the table and force them to do that. All right. Now, accept responsibility for your contribution to the situation. A lot of times adversity comes our way as a direct or indirect result of our own actions, whether it's a bad choice or bad decision. Anytime you make a contribution to your own adversity, you need to accept responsibility for it. Do not blame someone or something else. Again, I'm going to refer back to my son. So my son is a type of basketball player that is impactful on the floor. He impacts the way that the game goes, the morale on his team. And if he does not show up and compete, it makes his team's level go down. That happened last weekend when he was out there not playing with the fire that he usually has. Now, he's been kind of under the weather, but we're not making excuses, with that. But making him sit down and watch his game footage and showing what mistakes he made that he could have prevented, that could have changed the outcome of the game. That's what I do with him on a regular basis, so he can point out what he did wrong, what his teammates did wrong, and what needs to happen in the future so they don't make those same mistakes again. I don't really give a damn about what his teammates do. I really care about what he does and what type of impact that he creates during those games. And I tell him that all the time. This is why I only film you. When you're not on that court, I don't film, because you have to take responsibility for everything that you do and the things that you cause, whatever turnovers that you cause. When you miss unnecessary shots that you should have made, you get to see live and direct right there on that big ass projector screen what you did wrong. All right. Now, throughout our lives, we will experience a great deal of adversity that is not a result of our own actions. In those cases, do not assign fault to ourselves or those who had nothing to do with it. Solomon believed that adversity sometimes has a purpose that we cannot know or understand. And this usually reveals itself over time. Sometimes you'll go through certain things, or God will remove people out of your life for a specific reason that you don't know. But later on down the line, you'll realize that maybe that person was good for me, or maybe that person was trying to set me up for failure and not success. And God was doing his job, loving and protecting us and getting them the hell out of the way. All right. Closely examine the adversity you encounter to learn from it. Now, it's like what I always say, failure is a learning opportunity. Having a bad upbringing, guys, honestly, it made me become a better father to my son, because I did not want him to experience the same type of bullshit that I did growing up. This is why my son is happy-go-lucky. He's always getting awards for being a good leader, being a good role model, because I've created an environment for him so he can thrive in it. The environment that he is growing up in, I did not grow up in. It was chaotic, violent, and it was just a whole bunch of bullshit. But I took that experience and cultivated it into something positive in order for me to make sure that I don't make those same mistakes that my parents made with me, with my son. All right. Seeking insight from other people. A lot of times adversity blindsides us. So what do? Seek outside counsel, as Solomon advises. Get others' insight on what went wrong, why you were blind, if you were being naive or callous. Others can sometimes see what you cannot because of our closeness to the situation. Honestly, guys, the first counsel that you should be seeking is from your parents. They should be the closest people to you, not your friends, not any mentors, even though your parents should be your mentors. But those are the first point of contact that you should be talking to, because if you are a good parent, you're dedicated to your role as being a parent, you can give your child the insight that they need. The first thing that my son does whenever there is an issue is he comes to me for direction, whether it's stuff going on at school, if he just doesn't understand certain things that's going on in his own life. We have an open floor in this house to where he can talk and express himself. So if you cannot talk to your parents, if they're not the first person that you can call and talk to, there's something terribly wrong with that situation. All right. Where we at? The best way to navigate through adversity. Whenever we encounter adversity, our natural inclination is to panic, cower, surrender, or retreat. In Proverbs 28:1, Solomon tells us, "The wicked flee when no man pursues him, but the righteous are as bold as a lion." In other words, when adversity comes, there is no time to be timid. Solomon also says, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. Now, you have to persevere through adversity in order to strengthen your character and achieve success and fulfillment. So you also have to understand, when hard times comes, that is an opportunity for you to challenge yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. Do not fold under pressure. There is nothing positive that's going to happen from that. It's actually going to make people turn away from you because they're not going to be able to trust you. They're not going to be able to depend on you, and you are going to do nothing but let people down. Okay? Persevere through it. Go through it. Live in that moment. Document it. Keep it in your mental. Take a mental note of it. That way, when other obstacles and adverse situations come, you know exactly how strong you are or were in those past situations, and it's going to be easy for you to just go through it and persevere through it, guys. Solomon tells us a just man falls 7 times and rises up again, and that is true. Now, the benefits of adversity. There's 2. 1, you develop qualities of patience, strength, courage, compassion, kindness, love, humility, and faith. And 2, you become more valuable to others when they experience adversity. Same thing that I was just saying, guys. I am the problem solver for everybody in my life. They come to me with their problems and I give them a solution. And the only way that I could do that is me going through hell. Yes, I've been through crazy situations, whether it be on some, personal stuff, work-related things, the law, dealing with legal issues, and actually beating the system. Because yes, I have beat the system multiple times. And going through those certain experiences and having people watch the way that I went through it, navigate through it, persevere through it, it gave them a level of respect for me. So whenever certain people in my life go through things, they come to me. Little brother, son, even my mom, my lady, friends, they will come to me because they know that this dude is built tough, built Ford tough. But yeah, that's why they do that, guys. And in order for me to get that respect, I had to go through it. I had to fail. I had to have my life and my freedom on the line and figure out how the hell I'm gonna get myself out of here. I did not have any mental breakdowns at all when I was going through it. And I'm glad because it made me the man that I am today. All right. Well, I think that's all we got for Tuesday, y'all. We have finished chapter 9, and I'm glad we finally finished it so we can move on to chapter 10. But before I let you guys go, you already know. Get your Revita. Yes, get your Revita. This stuff is the best shampoo and conditioner I've ever had in my entire life. Make sure you pick you up the shampoo and conditioner. I will leave my affiliate link down in the description. Check it out, y'all. But it's time to clip up and edit so I can drop this video tonight. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody watching, and I'm out. Peace.
Feel like they trying to box me in, so I keep a small circle around me, so fuck friends, fuck